turn myself up a little bit because I can't hear.
Test 1 2.
A
Test 1 2.
smidge. Yeah. Okay.
Testing.
All right.
All right. So iPad set. That's set.
Hey. Now we've got some new features to get excited about.
Yes. And the saga continues. Hey, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast Patron Pre-Show. Let me make sure I'm recording. The numbers are moving. We are recording. Awesomeness. Test 1 2. All right, there we go. There's the broadcast. Let me make sure I stop it because it's there. And stop. And then I'll move the chat room up here. Yes, wife Amy. Evening, folks. How's it going? Nice to see y'all. Wife Amy, you didn't stop and restart it, did you?
Yes, I did. Why?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's watch as Amy makes it through the end of a Windows 10 upgrade by power failing the computer and turning it back on and asking, why?
Don't turn off your PC, it says.
Yes.
I'm like, okay.
So what happened
it's like, hey,
was,
you big dummy.
Last week, as we all know, because we all had bets going on when the when the PC was going to be done upgrading for whatever Windows 10 was doing. And so what did she do?
I turned it off.
She turned it off and walked away and left it there. So
yeah, I thought it was done.
Yes, because the little elves just magically do everything.
Well, it was at 100%. I'm like, all right, you're done.
So anyways,
wah.
So now we're at the point on the screen where it says we're going to
and we've made some tweaks
to make Windows even better. So I don't know what kind of upgrade she did because it was already at Windows 10, but it's now better than ever.
She didn't do anything. She said no. It said, oh, yeah, no.
Wow.
No, we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah. So, hey, folks, welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast Patron Pre-Show.
And the finish of Amy's update.
Windows 10 Take 2.
I did. I turned it off because I thought it was done.
Yeah, because
it was not.
So I'm just saying.
Whoops
is correct. So yeah, that's how things are going. Hope everything is fine in your neck of the woods.
So I cannot get on the chat room.
Not right at the moment because we have stuff that is being used by computer number 24 over here.
Well, we'll be ready soon, it says.
We will be ready soon. Please do not turn off your PC
again. You big dummy.
So here we are. Once again.
Yeah.
Having fun.
Yep.
So yeah, I hope you had a great week. Let's see. I hope you got your souvenir. Yeah. And let's see. Static J and I are about to start a great intercontinental bug race.
Between New Zealand and North Ireland.
Aren't they like right next to each other?
No.
Well, no, probably not.
No.
Because Ireland's up like in the UK.
Yes.
And New Zealand's down by Australia. Okay, so I might have a couple of miles. It's probably like, what, 50, 60?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's how people think about the United States. It's like, oh, it's only about, takes you an hour to drive from New York to California. We're just very well compact.
Yeah, it takes longer than that to fly.
Well, if you look at the DC universe, it's like Metropolis apparently now is directly next to Gotham. You just got to go across the bay now.
Apparently,
that is pretty darn close.
Yes,
to have the shiny, beautiful Gotham or shiny, beautiful Metropolis.
It took me
right next to Slime Center Gotham. Just saying. Thank you.
There.
And yes, Heathen is correct, sir.
Yeah. Normally, I'm the geographically challenged one because I don't know anything.
No, actually, I'm
but I even knew that.
Well, if we are going to move, because I actually saw on the news.
Oh, Lord.
They were talking about the.
Oh, we're up.
Are we?
Yes, I am.
Yay. The chat room shall be graced by her presence.
Ooh, I'll be there in a second.
I actually saw somebody talking about if Trump wins,
Mhm.
that the only people that will be remaining in the United States will be past employees of Trump.
Oh my God! Did
And
they really say that?
Yeah. So it was like, oh, okay, all right.
Well,
Just
also,
saying.
I heard something else, but I can't say it.
Yeah, we can't be politically incorrect. So
Well, it was about Monica Lewinsky.
yeah, we definitely don't have to be politically incorrect.
Working with Trump.
No. No. Family show. On the other happy note is it's getting towards that part of the year, and I don't want it to be that part of the year except for the seething lava to like temperatures that we've been having. But in the grocery store, I did get my first batch of pumpkin spice coffee. So life is good because I really like this stuff.
I know you do. As he sips.
As he gulps in some. So yes, pumpkin spice. But the interesting part is as much as people go, oh, pumpkin spice already. Have you gone in a Cracker Barrel lately? Especially folks in the United States. And you know what we're talking about with Cracker Barrel. If you don't, we'll explain. Cracker Barrel is it's a food franchise that tries to portray itself as a old Southern restaurant. And in the outskirts of part of the store is like the old general store kind of feel to it, where you can get all sorts of old country type things, clothes and candy and different things depending on the seasons. We went, that was like 2-3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we were in there and they already had the entire
No, it was last week.
No, it was before that.
No,
they put they had the entire section already up for Halloween. That's early. I mean, that is early.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how that goes. That was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Little too early by about 2 months. I mean, we weren't even in August. We were mid-July.
Yeah.
The back to school stuff's just starting to hit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Halloween stuff.
The parents are like, yes.
Yeah.
The kids are like, no. It's like, yes, time to go back to school. And away they go. But yeah, that's all part of the fun. But yeah, good stuff. Let's see. Did you get your souvenir?
Yes. Thank you for asking.
Yes, this last weekend you had. Actually, I was very surprised because I opened up the geocaching app, and it said right on there, GC mission. Go find a geocache with 10 favorite points or more. Go for it. Mm-hmm. So all the fun puzzle stuff was like, well, here's your answer. So away you go. And to do that. So yeah, we went out. Amy's had an event she had or helped with on Saturday, and myself and a couple and Reed from the two Alexanders and I went out and found 2 really good puzzle caches. Mm-hmm. So they were really fun. And then yeah, we had a good time. And then Sunday was even more fun because we started off by Amy going, I want to hit my milestone. All right, fine. We'll go do your milestone. Just as we sat down for lunch, before we went for said milestone, we had thunderstorms and horizontal rain and debris all over the place. Let's go geocaching. So we actually went out.
Yeah, not in the straight line winds or anything.
Yes.
In the rain.
No. It all ended by the time we actually went out, but
yeah,
lunch was like watching things blow by while you're eating.
Yeah.
And so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we went through and literally went and she needed 4 different geocaches. I think we went to 5. We DNF'd 1.
Yep. But we did end up with 4.
So yes, so Amy's over the 200 mark now.
So I actually have exactly 200.
Yep. So she's officially official in the listing. I already looked it up. So hey, Pang. So that's how we did that. But we actually it's downpouring rain, it's thundering lightning. So we did a periscope of getting one of her geocaches on the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then things cleared up after that. And we did some Pokemon Go stuff and just had a good time. It was nice. We drove
Mm-hmm.
around Cleveland, Clayton, which
I was
is
like, Cleveland, we didn't
we
go
didn't go
there.
that far. We went around Clayton, which is a small town near us, but they have a lot of Pokestops. So we filled up our Poke bags and drove around town for about an hour, and then boom, it was a really good day. We had a good time. Yeah, only 2 seasons of Games of Thorns left, really? Well, nobody's alive
Thrones.
anymore, right? Yes,
Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yes, you said Thorns.
Oh, Game of Thrones, yeah, Game of Thrones.
Um,
There's who's left? Everybody's dead, aren't they?
I
I
don't
mean,
know. I don't watch that.
that's one of the things that that is interesting about the show is because every character that's been on it has died.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, all right,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, good stuff. Had a good time geocaching, and we've got some interesting plans for the weekend. I don't know if we're actually going to go or not because it's really supposed to rain,
Is it really?
and it's one of those things. Boy, they're having all sorts of interesting things going on. Orange lines, huh?
Yeah. He's having an issue.
Yeah, and then one of the places that is about 2.5, 3 hours from here is a place called Mount Airy, and the other part is Pilot Mountain, which is a little bit further west. And if you're a fan of the Andy Griffith show, the town that the show was based out of was called Mayberry. And so Andy Griffith is from North Carolina, and Mount Airy is actually where he is from. And when you listen about him going to town from Mayberry, he always goes to Mount Pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mount Pilot is actually Pilot Mountain in North Carolina, and it's a very unique structure when you drive by it. It's literally, and I found out it is the world's largest freestanding granite slab.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool. And literally the top of it, you have kind of like a dome to it.
Looks like a knob.
And it looks like a giant came up and went, took off a hunk and moved it over a couple 100 feet and then set it down. It's really kind of a unusual formation that they have there. Well, there's an earth cache and there's a ton of other caches that are around there as well. So what we want to do is go there for just a day trip and go have some fun, but it's literally supposed to really rain. And so I'm like, maybe we'll go next week because this is something that I would like to take pictures and Periscope and go with that, make it nice. So we'll have to come up with something else we can do. Okay. So I'm just looking in the chat room, seeing what.
Yeah, you're picking up on the wrong part of the conversation. You don't even know. Yeah.
Yep. Pumpkin spice. I love it. I will be very happy for the next 6 months.
Only 6 months?
Yeah, that's how long it is, and then they take it away. So, yep. Good stuff. So, yeah, we got an interesting show for you tonight. I don't know how good, bad, or indifferent you're going to feel about it. And we're going to be welcoming all sorts of thoughts and ideas about it. But we are going to take you on part of the tour that they don't normally take you. You know those tours? The ones that, you really want to go see something weird or bizarre. We're going to do that part of the Geocaching HQ tour tonight. So, yeah, this should be interesting. Oh, Ping's in trouble. Ping Voyager, I don't know how to fight in a gym on Pokemon. I will help you. Actually, Amy is very good. She took down, get this. All right, real quick. I won't talk about it anymore, I promise. But the one part that actually raised an eyebrow for me was yesterday, where Amy, we're talking about how you're not supposed to drive and play Pokemon, right?
Dude, I was at a red light.
She was at a red light.
Yeah.
Taking on a gym.
It's a long light.
It better be.
Yeah, it was a long light.
And what did you say?
I said, if the light had lasted longer, I'd have wiped it out.
So, yeah, she's taking on gyms at red lights. I'm just saying.
And then the gym was there, and I'm like, I'm clearly going to have a while because it just turned red. So I'm like, might as well take on this gym and get some points.
Yeah. Static, where are you at? He said he's at level 20. Well, his wife is at level 20, and he's unhappy, so I'm assuming it's less.
Oh, I'm at level 22. Not level 22, but level 20 also.
I'm at level 21.
Yeah, so, well, you're going to be there a while.
Yes.
Don't worry, sweet pea. I'm catching up.
I'm just saying, yes.
So anyway, I'm doing this gym.
Yeah, she knows how to do this. Oh, 13. Yeah, it's going to take a while.
Oh, yeah, you'll be there.
It'll take a while.
Stuck on 8.
And then you get some cool stuff later on. I'm just saying, okay, no more Pokemon. I'm not going to do more
I'm
Pokemon.
taking on this gym and I almost wipe it out.
Yeah, at a stoplight.
It's a long light. It's not like I backed up traffic.
Much.
No. At all. It turned green. I went. That was it. I finished fighting my guy on the way.
So anyways, that's our lives. That's what we've been doing. Going crazy. So yeah, we'll have to think. We'll have to do a nice thing of yes, distracted driving around. Yes, they are looking around. Thank you, Firefighter Skippy. They are looking, because before there was Pokemon Go, there was another one that just said using your cell phone at the in your car while driving is a distraction, and you can get a ticket. Now everybody's like, I'm not playing. So yeah. So yes. Anyways, all part of the craziness. We're all going to die. I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah.
I
know.
Yep.
I should, I'm smarter than this. I don't know why I do such a thing.
I don't either. It's very discrediting. I mean, I'm glad I don't do stuff like that.
No smartphone. I'm on level 0.
That's all right. You are saving yourself a lot of grief and batteries on your phone.
You really are. Saving yourself a lot of headaches.
Yes.
In a lot of ways with no smartphone.
Well, what did they say? Nintendo didn't even put in their report about the increase that they had in their stocks. And the last I heard, it's up just ungodly amounts even now, even after people realized that they didn't actually make the game, but they subsidized for the game. So yeah, it's quite the thing. Whether you love it, whether you hate it, whether you think the entire world is nuts, we're in a place where we've got 2 presidential candidates we're not going to be nuts regardless. So I'm just saying. Yeah,
I say we stick Pikachu in.
I actually laughed because last night I was on the Geocaching podcast. Go figure. And real quick, because we got to get going. And we were talking about the Midwest Cache Bash last night with Craig Farrell, who's the guy who came up with the idea and has turned it into this huge event every year. Now they're at their 9th level. And I said, for giggles and kicks, why didn't anybody think? Because there's literally 1,500 plus geocaches in this small 10-mile area. And matter of fact, I looked it up today. I literally looked, and they had 1,507 in a 10-mile radius. I almost fell over. And why didn't somebody think about, in the park where they're having this, in some of the areas around there, get some little stuffed Pikachus and put them in as swag? That would have been funny. So yeah, that's my thought. Anyhow, all right, good stuff. I think we're about ready. And so folks, if you would be ever so kind as to sit back, relax, get your favorite libation and your favorite snack, and the GeoSnippits Reboot podcast is going to be coming at you, I'd say right about now. Well, hello, and welcome. Welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot podcast. I'm your host, Andy Headhardhat Smith, and I'm here with the wonderful, the delightful, the just plain beautiful wife, Amy. How you doing, darling?
Fine.
That is good. So, yeah, welcome. It is, let's see, we're in GeoSnippets Studios here in Raleigh, North Carolina on August 4th, 2016. And yeah, we're going to have a good time. We've got some really, I don't think I've ever gone as in depth into the subject that we have tonight.
Oh, Lord.
So this should really be a lot of fun. And it's interesting that what different people have said over time about this.
Okay.
So we are going to, matter of fact, I'm going to bring this over here real quick, if I may, my love. And I'm going to, I've got up my extra monitor here, and I just want to bring something up real quick so that works. And because there are some comments that I wanted to have stated when we started talking about it. And I just want to make sure I hit it here. There we go. So we'll talk about some of that as well. That is a picture for use, I'm telling you.
That is quite the picture.
Yes, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. So anyways, welcome, folks. In the next hour or so, both co-host, wife Amy, the head,
me and him.
Yeah,
him
me and her.
Me,
us. We'll bring you some interesting information and tidbits about the game, the sport, yes, the obsession, known as geocaching. Pink just brought up a Pikachu in the chat room. Pikachu. So yeah, did you get your souvenir? I noticed when we went through this whole weekend was fun because Amy had an event that she was helping with, and I got to go out with Reed from the Two Alexanders. And if you don't remember Reed at all, go see the GeoSnippet that we had out there about the huge monkey cache failure, and you will see us in action.
They went back.
Yeah, they got it
and
got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, so go check it out on GeoSnippets on the Headhardhat YouTube website. And yeah, the monkey cache failure.
Yeah.
But anyways, I went out with Reed, and he said, well, you want to go do some really cool geocaches. One was one that he had not done. The other one was a puzzle cache he tried before and couldn't do it. So it was a redo for him and the first time for me. The first one was really a unique geocache. It wasn't necessarily a puzzle cache. Think of it this way. Think of it as a PVC pipe, only I think it was part metal. They had pieces on each side of the pipe to do stuff that exactly fit a 35 millimeter, the white ones, the white clear 35 millimeter containers. And think of having about a dozen or so of the 35 millimeters stacked one on top of each other in the pipe. So what happens is you put it in the top, and then you go to at the bottom of it, one will be retractable. Each one was a different flavor. And so you literally had 12 sets of logbooks, each with a different flavor. And the only request that the owner had was that when you sign the log and you tell about it electronically, say what flavor you were and go that way. Mine was grape. Yours was?
Mine was bubblegum.
Bubblegum, yes. So anyways, we did that. Very cool construction, very nicely done, and it was a fun find to do something like that. The puzzle cache was a little different. It basically, there was a birdhouse, and inside the birdhouse you take out this clear plastic cube that had the geocache inside, and on the outside of the entire cube is a labyrinth, and you've got the BB. And it's very simple. All you have to do is have the BB at the start section, have it go through the entire labyrinth, and then come out to the part to unlock it.
You have more patience for stuff like that.
Reed told me flat out he had no patience, period, for this.
I'd have had to take a walk somewhere and come back.
Yeah, so I'm literally
call me when you're done.
I'm literally doing one of these numbers above my head because you had to balance the BB just right because gravity takes over on this thing. And of course, you can't go all the way to the end of a thing. It's like 2 or 3 notches in a row. And you're just doing one of these numbers trying to get it to work around. I got it to the point where the finish line was, there's this little latch. And all you had to do is move it over. But unfortunately, that isn't the only end of it. It had a little bit more to go. But I literally got it to the point where the word finish was right here and the BB's right here. And there's this little wall keeping you from doing it. And my arms are getting tired. And I'm like really trying to do it. And I'm not getting impatient, but it's just getting tired. And Reed said, okay, well, let me see if I can finish. And it's like, okay, let you have it. So I gave it to them I'm sitting here trying to do something in my pack because we were at the point we wanted to get a magnet. I'm just saying. Literally he goes click and it opened up. And so we got it. So it was really, really slick. Very nicely done. We had a good time with that. And then Sunday, it was raining and Amy goes, I want to get this milestone. She's been below 200 forever. And it only
took me 3 years.
She wanted to get on the map. Because you got to have at least 200 to get into the listing. And she said, well, let's go get them. We only got about 4. Let's go get them and we'll go geocaching after lunch. Sure, no problem. So we sit down and we're talking. We're having lunch at our favorite little diner. And all of a sudden, horizontal wind, major thunderstorm comes around, a lot of debris on the ground, that kind of winds. And so, yeah, it was pretty bad. Afterwards, it calmed down when we finished lunch, and then we started looking for them. And literally, there's little thunderstorms all around us, and we're looking at lamppost tides and things like that. And it's like, what could happen, right? So yeah, we were there, and then at the 199th mark, we actually periscoped in the heavy rain, in thunderstorm. Amy getting that one, so that was cool. And then finally got her 200th after that. So it was quite the adventure all weekend. We had a good time with that. Good stuff. All right. Amy's busy doing chat worm stuff. So let's move on here. So how can you watch the show live or generally get in touch with us? Because we're relatively cool people. It's very simple to watch the live feed and join us in the chat room by going to www.geosnippits.com on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We also have all our social media links. If you go to geosnippits.com or geosnippitsreboot.com, in the upper corner, you're going to see all the links to all the different social network things that we're hooked into. We're into Twitter for Periscope. We're into Facebook, Google+, all the goodies that are in there. Just make sure that you have two major ones. Click on the link for Google+ for Headhardhat. Because a lot of times, and tonight's a good example, we put out asking geocachers for information. That's one of the ways that we communicate a lot is through Google+. We also do it through Facebook. The other one is for the YouTube channel, Headhardhat's YouTube channel. Make sure that you subscribe to that one because every time we do a Periscope session now, anytime we do a YouTube, anytime we do a vlog, that all goes into your subscribe bucket, but you have to be subscribed to us to do that. So make sure you click on that. It takes literally a second and you're there. And then every time we do something on YouTube, it's off your way. Good stuff. Finally, we have our voicemail line.
Sorry.
That's all right. Finally, we have our voicemail line where you can call in your questions, your comments, or suggestions by calling 919-341-9519. Or you don't even have to bother with that, especially with all the cell phone charges, especially for our friends in that who are overseas. All you have to do is go to geosnippits.com or geosnippitsreboot.com. On the right-hand side is our send voicemail tab. Click on that and you get up to 3 minutes to talk about anything that you want about the shows, things that you want more of, don't want, whatever suggestions you have, milestones, things your family did while geocaching, anything like that. You get up to 3 minutes to tell us anything that you want. And more times than not, we will have you on the show, which is awesome.
We still need to have a couple of folks on the show.
We do indeed. And the cool thing is, it's free. and just be sure to give it a try. All right, this week, falling under the news stuff area, we're going to do for you fine folks, because I know you're waiting with bated breath.
Yes.
Last week we did our Headhardhat's geocaching quiz number 8.
Yep.
And a lot of good reviews. They are very thankful that wife Amy did not give the questions for that one, making it the quiz from heck.
Yes.
Because they were actually able to do it.
Yeah.
And had a good time. And
I can't remember what they called it. They were like,
oh, you were evil. You had some killer stuff in there.
Quiz that,
yes, ate my brain.
Wins or something like that.
Yes. So, yes, I hope we are going Google Fiber, by the way. Thank you, Ping. I can't wait. So, yes, we went through and we asked you fine folks to, after you're done taking the quiz, to please send us your score and tell us what you think about it. And it was a very favorable outcome that everybody was talking about with that. And I also promised a coveted prize for some lucky winner that would be pulled from a random drawing. Well, we had a random drawing earlier today. And the prize, let me explain what it is.
Now that he knows what it is.
Shh. We have a very cool prize out of the Cash Stash. They don't make these anymore, I don't think. And so they are very, very cool. This is from coinsandpins.com. And this is the First to Find Geo Award.
Are we keeping you awake?
Yes, the First to Find Geo Award Geocoin. It's very nicely done. It looks like a ribbon. It says First to Find Geo Award on the front. On the back, it says FDF.
Let me see.
And a lot of times people would use that for First to Find gifts.
Oh, that's
is
a nice
putting
gift.
that. So this is something you may want to consider, putting an unregistered geocoin in a brand new geocache, or just add it to your collection.
Yeah, that's really nice.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. So we did the drawing, and congratulations to Cammie, aka the Plumbers.
Mm-hmm.
Cammie, aka the Plumbers. Now, Cammie, do me a favor when you get a chance. We did not get your address, so if you would write in and say winner to Headhardhat's geocaching quiz number 8, and send your address to us, we will get this very lovely geocoin off to you. So congratulations.
Yeah, I'm gonna try not to have any FTFs tonight.
No FTFs. Wife Amy did an FTF during the show a couple weeks ago. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Gosh, everybody's been.
What's that?
Since our anniversary was last week.
Right. Yes, it was.
Or actually this week.
A couple days ago.
Yeah, a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, people are telling how long they've been married.
Yes. 30 years.
See what I tell you?
30 wonderful years.
In the chat room, I said, he keeps telling people we've been married 30 years. So, yeah. So, happy anniversary to Rick on the Range. They'll be married 27 years tomorrow.
All right. Good stuff.
Yeah.
And Ping, you rookie, you just started.
Not really.
No?
No.
Why not? Ah, okay.
Yeah. So
he's been reverted.
Yeah. It just took him a while to find the right one.
Exactly. So technically he just got married. So matter of fact, they came on the show their wedding day. So I'm just saying, cool people.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff.
He's laughing. Yeah, so yeah.
All right, good stuff. So let's move on.
We got 27 years, 28 years.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
7 years. It's
well,
great.
once you get up to where I am with 30, you're gonna know it. I'm just saying. All right, so moving.
3.
Well, there's a 3 in there. It just seems. I'm just saying.
See what I mean?
The love is so intense that it just seems like 30 years. And the sincerity. All right, our GeoSnippits Reboot podcast geocaching poll of the week. I'm going to bring this up for wife Amy. And Interesting results. So let me bring this up.
If he can stay awake.
If I can stay up awake long enough to do it, this would be good. All right, let's see. Where are we at? It is, where did it bring up? It brought up the wrong thing. Hang on half a second, folks. I'm pushing the wrong thing. All right, this one here, which is this.
He's just 1 month and 5 days.
There you go, man. I'm just saying. All right, so here's the question for wife Amy.
All right. Well, augmented reality based. Is this the right one?
Should be.
You said to vote because it would be tonight's.
No, that's
show.
the second one.
Oh. Well, augmented reality based games make a difference with the amount of geocaching you will do.
Right.
The 11% says not sure yet, 25% says yes, and 64% says no. I thought we did this question last week.
Did we?
I think we did.
All right. Well, my bad if I didn't put the right one in. I could have sworn that was it. So anyways, if not, it's a redo. Yeah, because the other one was, I may have put the wrong one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh, this is the one that actually went in. Let me bring it up. Hang on. I can do this.
Okay.
I can do this. And I will bring it up. Technical difficulties on the fault of the guy that's working the board. All right. This is the one that we wanted to do. Sorry, my bad. Here we go.
Okay. Are you what geocachers would consider an FTF hound?
A first to find hound.
At 19%, yes. 39%, no. And 42% was an FTF hound but stopped.
So there's a lot of retired FTF hounds out there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I think wife Amy, when she skipped out on us during the show,
you told me to go.
You got double dog dared.
I know.
That when you went off with that, you kind of got a little bit of acceleration because you were even saying when you were coming back.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I may have sped a little, maybe.
Slightly.
And the getting the old adrenaline going for the hunt.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So you can see why people go after it.
Well, yeah. And I keep checking to see if anybody's gotten it since me.
Yeah. Oh, do you?
Uh-huh.
Awesome. All right. So anyways, that's our geocaching poll of the week. All you have to do is go to geosnippits.com. On the right-hand side, it's got a link to hook up with me in Google+. If you're already a member of mine through Google+, and you have me in your circles, every time I put something out asking for information or like our poll of the week, everybody gets it. So make sure you have me in your circles, and then we will go from there. All right. Excellent stuff. I think it is time to move on. I do remember somebody saying today something to the effect of, I'd be a fantastic first to find hound if it wasn't for other people getting there first. So, yeah, yes.
I did leave work for some recently.
Did you really?
Yeah. But in my defense, it was lunch.
Okay.
And I was late getting back from lunch because of it. And one of them was across the street from my building. And they were all standing out there on the apron looking at me going, "What are you doing?"
It's like, shut up. I'm trying to be secretive.
Stealth. And I can't with you yelling at me. So I just ignored them inside my little log and went over there, and they're like, "Are you geocaching?" I was with you yelling at me.
Hey, are you geocaching?
Right.
Yeah. Nothing secretive about that.
Not with a bunch of firemen.
All right. Tonight's episode is brought to you in part by gxproxy.com and gxproxy.eu for Europe, for cachers serious about leaving their mark. Good timing with the swig, honey.
And also about coinsandpins.com. Wow, that was not even worth it.
Right up the nose.
No, almost down the wrong way.
Whoops.
Coinsandpins.com, the best place to get custom coins, geocoins, lapel pins, and patches made. Go through our GeoSnippits links to use the promo code HARDHAT for a 10% discount. And FYI for our listeners, You can sign up for their newsletter to get notified of when new coins and patches are available for sale. We're also very thankful to all of our sponsors. And if you want to see more of their products, be sure to go to our GeoSnippits websites and simply click on their logos. Not only do you get great deals, but it helps our program as well.
Absolutely. All righty, moving on. Yeehaw! Yep. Delving into the geocaching forums, GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast, episode 169. So let me ask you this. Have you ever been on one of those tours where it's like they claim they're going to take you someplace that tourists don't normally go? That's kind of like what it is for what we're going to talk about tonight.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, I've never been there.
Okay. Well, it's kind of, how do you describe the geocaching.com's forums? Do you remember in Harry Potter?
That's not true. I have been there, but it was...
Okay.
I'll speak later.
All right. Do you remember in Harry Potter?
Probably.
Where Dumbledore goes to the group and says, once you enter the maze, you're never the same when you come out.
Yes.
That's kind of the effect I've heard from most people more than not that have gone into the geocaching forums.
Yeah.
It is interesting or unique, however you want to look at it. When I said last night that I was going to talk about the Scott Burks, when I was on the geocaching podcast last night, he went, why? Part of me wants to let people know, and we really haven't had a show before about the forums, to let people know that
there's a reason
this information is available if you want to go access it. It's also kind of a warning to newer geocachers to realize that geocachers in general are not the same breed of behavior than the geocachers you are going to find in the forums. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm just saying. So what I did, and this is what Amy was referring to earlier, is I put out a little poll today just to see what kind of reactions I would get. And I put a little poll out, and it basically just said with this, and you'll know the picture when you see it. I'll try to have it in the show notes.
It is a giant poop emoji.
Yes. The
somebody tried to convince me it was chocolate ice cream. You first, buddy.
A certain department store sells all the emojis as giant pillows.
Yes.
One of them is the poop emoji. I am not making this up.
The store I was in last night.
Yes.
They sell small versions of them too.
Do they really?
Yes.
So
and the little girl said, "Mom, look."
Yes. The best look that I ever had was when I was in said store about a month ago, was this little girl skipping with the biggest smile in her face. This is no small pillow. This is a giant.
Oh, yeah.
It's a giant poop. All right. With the smiley face on it. And in the cart was the giant poop emoji. And the look on the mother's face was like, well, what people would exclaim for said poop. The daughter said, I got a poop emoji. And the mother's like, poop. So yeah, it was interesting.
Like, no, you don't. Put it back.
Yeah. So anyways, I got a picture with me holding said poop emoji.
Yeah. It wasn't weird at all taking that picture.
Nah, I loved it because it can be utilized in so many ways. But anyways, the question that we had out there was pretty simple. It was, how would you rate the overall experience when using the geocaching forums? Either good, bad, or ugly. And they were fairly well mixed. Why don't we go through them real quick? 17% said good.
22% said ugly.
Right.
28% was bad.
Right.
And 33% said, we got geocaching forums?
Yes. So that just gives you an idea. And that's not surprising because think about it. Back in the early days, for me, would be 2008. there was no such thing really as the social networks that we have nowadays, not even close. Matter of fact, the forums back then was one of the only ways that I could get the word out about my GeoSnippits videos to geocachers. Is I would advertise them in the forum saying, "Hey, I got this new video. Go check them out," and go that way. So I spent a lot of time in the forums and had many of the same results that that the other people had as well. And the results from people coming back are pretty much what they said. A lot of people really had a bad taste in their mouth.
Yes.
I
think I've been in there once, maybe twice, because I
Right.
thought, well, maybe I just had a bad experience, and I'll go back and see.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just a bad day.
yeah.
Every day's a bad day.
We had some either very extensive stuff from people that came in. Some people say stuff like, "I only ever popped in once or twice," and the drama was overwhelming.
Yes.
Very dramatic was what another person put. Some other people really got very descriptive of their thoughts about the type of people in the forums and how they.
Ooh, let me read it.
No. No.
Come on.
It's a good one too.
It's good.
But well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Really?
Yeah, go ahead and read it. What the heck?
Read what he wrote?
Yes, we just
The
won't
top
say
one?
we won't say who.
Okay. Never really had a good experience in the forums, so much so that I haven't actually visited in over 2 years. It's far too populated with elitist, know-it-all types that will jump down the throat of any newbie asking the same question yet again.
Yes.
Unless things have changed since the last I visited, of course.
Yeah. And that's pretty much the
Like-
run of most of what people had said there. They were what they'll do is they'll hop in,
Mhm.
get their little bit of information, won't say anything, won't
Mhm.
comment on anything,
Mhm.
and come out, because they're absolutely right. There is a whole gaggle of people that have been in the forums forever. At the point, even back for me back then, it's like, geez, is that all these people do? And what they'll do is they do whatever they can to do a flame, and to just belittle whoever goes in and makes a comment or asks a question. It's like, well, this has been asked 700 times. Check out these 15 threads that we just pulled out of ourselves to show you. So it's really, it's bad. There is a lot of people in there with a lot of an anonymity, and they know it. Nobody knows who they really are.
Well, there's a lot, people feel pretty free to say things like that behind a computer.
Right.
And would you really say that if they were to their face?
Probably not.
Probably not.
And that's one of the things that I want to get across to the newer geocachers now. If they go into the forums, they're going to think every geocacher in the world is a giant bunch of poop emojis.
Yes.
I mean, and they're not.
I'd rather see the poop emoji.
This is
gotta tell you,
just the way it is. But it doesn't mean that
maybe I should go in there and with all our niceness and just run them all out.
No, it wouldn't work. People have tried.
To run them out with niceness?
No.
I got a lot of it.
Yes, my love. But the idea is there are really good golden nuggets, and this is a good place to ask questions, but you have to be prepared with the understanding that the majority of regulars in there do nothing but try to get a rise out of somebody by making flippant statements.
Yes.
Okay.
And so having a thick skin when you go in there
is wise.
Is very wise.
Yes. So anyways, I thought, just to give you an idea, because some people may have never really gone into forums or even wondered what was in there. So I thought we'd just kind of go over tonight a high-level flyby of some of the things that, if you eventually do have a question or something that you could always ask us, I'm just saying. But if you want to go out and actually check the forums out and see what different kinds of information, because there are good things out there, we're going to go over some of those tonight. So it's broken up into different sections. The first one that they have is Geocaching HQ Communications. And that's broken into three things. One is, and this is a good spot to go, announcements from Geocaching HQ, which is an area that shows important site updates and expected downtimes. A lot of times when they've got new stuff that they're trying to get information from people as far as a particular subject or something that's going on or something that they're trying to kick an idea around, you can actually go in here and check it out and actually see this stuff. A lot of times way before anybody even knows that they're doing it. So this is a great place to go is the announcements. Another one is release notes, which is a repository of release notes following updates from the products that geocaching.com does. Another one, if you got a subject, and I know what you're going to say before I even say it, but I'm saying it. It's called user insights, to give feedback on specific topics provided by the product team to help inform future features. I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. It would be great if they listened, but
that's with anything, though.
Yes. My point is there is an actual spot that you can go to and put in and say, hey, what about this? Whether it becomes policy next week, I doubt it. But if enough people go in and say, hey, what about this? Then that's where you do it.
Well, if you know that up front.
Yes.
And you don't have high expectations for anything in these forums.
Right.
Then you're really kind of golden.
Yeah, you're not going to get disappointed because you already know what the end result is. But again, you at least have a spot to do it.
Yeah. Put in your ideas. Say, all right, maybe somebody will listen. If not, oh well. Look for the answer that you're to a question you have. If you can't find it, ask. If you get snarky results, all right, so be it. There's tons of Facebook groups out there you can ask.
Yes.
Ask us.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, if we don't know,
we'll
certainly
find out.
Know somebody who does know.
Yes, exactly.
So ask.
Yeah, good stuff. Let's see some other areas. Another section that's in there is called the general geocaching discussions. There's some things there's one section called getting started. If you're new to the game, ask questions here. Your fellow geocachers are happy to help. Now, I'll be honest with you, just to tell you how busy these forums really are, every one of these areas, except for the user insights, the last time user insight had anything was March 7th. Every other
of this year,
every other thing that we're talking about tonight has had entrances today. Of people putting information in.
The getting started had a post at 12:22 p.m.
Yes.
I don't know what time zone that is.
New hide questions.
Yep.
That was in for there. And we might go
How do I
through
download caches to something? 1:19 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah. So the first part is how do I questions after getting started, and just that. How do wondering how the site works or how to accomplish something geocache related, ask your fellow geocachers here. So there's a whole how do I section that you go into there. Probably one of the most popular ones that people go into all the time. What's that?
Look at the bottom one.
Thank you, Pig. All right. So the other one that they have, which is probably the most popular place that you're going to go to, is called Geocaching Topics. Duh. So basically what happens in there, discuss geocaching and related topics there. So just out of giggles and kicks.
Oh, I was hoping
we got the forum up here. We're not going to get into the topics, but let's just read some of the ones under the pinned ones here that some of the questions that are asked in there.
Okay. Now here's one that I think is good.
Okay.
I hope is good. Cache gone and there's needs archived log but not disabled.
So a question about that.
Challenge cache ideas.
Right.
Mission GC summer souvenirs.
Right.
International souvenirs.
Yes.
There's pictures of cool cash containers.
Oh, that is one thing I have to admit. If you like with Twitter, where you go to a particular subject and people just send in pictures on a particular subject, and you can look those up all day, that's what they have in here for the forum. So somebody will say, they'll start a thread that says, cool geocache container photos.
Mm-hmm.
And within a very short amount of time, you've got hundreds of different pictures of cool ones. So there is good stuff that's in for that.
And I've actually skipped over a couple of them, but yeah, there's some really good topics.
Yeah, and this is where the main hub is, and it goes top is the newest, and away it goes. And the idea is if it gets people replying to the thread for whatever topic that you wanted to start, say, for example, it keeps it towards the top. As the subjects get less and less replies, it falls down towards the bottom of the list, and away it goes. But they're on there for a long time. They really are. So lots and lots of good subjects. Anything that you can think of with geocaching, that's a really good thing that goes in here.
Oh, there's geocaching discussions by country. So if you're in Albania, I don't know, you can just pull that up, whatever.
Right. That's out of their community section that they have. Back in the other section that we were just talking about with general geocaching discussions, they have another one in here that deals with geocache types and additional GPS-based gameplay. And some of the things that they go in here, if you've ever had questions, you may have heard at events or geocachers talking about earth caches, event caches, where I goes, benchmarking, waymarking, lab caches, caches with geotours and reward geotour trails. You can look up information for all of that.
I didn't look too far.
That's all right.
The notes.
That's in there. And squirrel. And then they have all the information you want to know about different stuff that's in there. And then in the community section,
I got ahead of him.
Basically, all the different countries that geocaching.com has, you can have access, like Greece and the Netherlands,
Hungary and
Mexico,
Luxembourg,
and New Zealand, our new homeland.
Yeah, New Zealand
and Poland and all sorts of stuff. I mean, it's all in here. Sweden, United Kingdom, and Ireland. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff that are in here, and people go through that as well. If you have questions about trackables, there's an entire section that's built in there as well, where if you want to talk about anything about all aspects of travel bugs and the ways that they live vicariously through inanimate objects, that's what that is. They've got another whole section on,
I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't either. Yeah. Go figure. Geocoins, really? Who does that?
Who does that?
Yeah. Talk about trackable and so collectible geocoins. And read their special guidelines before
only
posting.
Crazy people collect those things.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. Shiny. Yeah. Who knew?
Whatever.
Yeah, so a whole section on that.
Glad I don't do that.
It's me neither. Speaking of which, good point to talk about that, is we want to thank Adam and the family for sending us one each of their new path tag. Very, very cool. It's very piratey. And it has
it's glow in the dark,
and very, very cool. And we like it a lot. And thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you for sending 2. You guys know us so well, because I would never seen this otherwise. Nope. It would have never even been mentioned. I'm just saying. It's like path tag? What path tag?
Hey, look at this nice card.
And thank you again for the nice card too.
Yes, it's very nice.
All right. So also bug reports and feature discussions. I'm sure there are all sorts of
stuff. I don't
stuff.
like bugs.
Bugs in software are like woodpeckers in construction. I'm just saying. They've got a whole section on websites with discussions about features, bugs, and ways to improve. Geocaching.com. They also have breakdowns about iPhones and Android, and even Windows phones, which is going to be extinct very shortly. They're not making Windows phones anymore.
Oh, Windows phones.
Yes.
I'm like, all I heard was Android, and I'm like, what?
No, those will be around one time.
Force me to iPhone.
So they will have iPhones and Androids and all sorts of stuff. So you can get into all sorts of discussions about those as well. Let's see. They have another section that's called geocaching and in there that gets into all sorts of cool stuff that you may never have even considered as a resource. They've got GPS API technology, which gets into anything that deals with GPS units, the APIs for like you have with the geocaching app, GPS garage sale, and discussions about ham radios. You would be surprised, or maybe not, about how many geocachers are ham radio operators.
I have a coworker who's a ham
Tons,
radio operator.
tons of people that are into ham radio. There's a whole section in there for you fine folks to go and explore.
Or he used to be.
Yep. If you're into geocaching with education, there's everything in there from teaching K to grade 7, 8 to 12, camps and outdoor adventures, youth organizations and clubs, college adult team building, seminars for other educational archives. They've got all sorts of stuff that if you're into teaching and you want to incorporate geocaching into the class, all sorts of stuff for information for you to get into and to talk to other geocachers that do the same thing, which I thought was amazingly cool. They really should emphasize that more because I know a lot of teachers that love talking about it. If you are into hiking and backpacking, which is with geocaching like peas and carrots, there's a whole section for those geocachers who enjoy longer hikes and backpacking trips. Here's a place to discuss gear and experiences in the backcountry. Who knew?
Not me.
You know what?
I don't even know where the backcountry is.
The trolls are pretty much, I think, in the general geocaching topics area. Mm-hmm. I really don't think they're in these other sections as much. Mm-hmm. So I think you could actually get some good discussions in there about that with hiking and backpacking. Photography, another whole section. Share photos and photography tips from the wonderful world of geocaching. And then they've got another section, which again, I also was surprised about, called design. Calling all designers. This forum will be fun gathering place for those who love to design around geocaching, share designs of geocoins, logos, and avatars, banners, and garments for events, amazing page listings, characters for whatever WIG Adventures is, WIG, etc. So there's a whole section in the forums just for that. Again, had no clue until I started going through all this. And then the very bottom is kind of neat too. It's kind of in the trailer section where they have today's active content. And it basically has all the information about who's logged into the forums at the time. I mean, like right now, in the past 15 minutes, there was 185 active users.
Wow.
So you know this thing's being used. There's 12 members, 172 guests, 1 anonymous, and JoJo the Wonder Lizard. But other than that, it's got all sorts of stuff.
It does not say that.
But it has the total amount of posts, total number of members, newest member, online at once record. So they got all sorts of information in here for things that if you like the stats, that you can get into for that. And that's all in the trailer section of it.
Huh.
So that's the forums. I mean, that's pretty cool. Lots of information, lots of place for ideas. If you're struggling for a geocache idea or a path tag idea or anything like that,
that's a good place
this is a good place to go to get into some discussions. Just keep in mind, if you're in more of the regular general discussion areas, the trolls out there are very trollish.
Bring your thick skin.
Bring your thick skin and a large blunt object, and you will be fine. Mm. All right, good stuff. So yeah, well, that wasn't too bad, not too painful. Just keep in mind thick skin when you go in. All right, good stuff. Let's move on.
Your support helps keep all of the GeoSnippits reboot shows running along. Please consider making a PayPal donation through the link on our website to support our efforts and your ongoing entertainment. From all of us at GeoSnippets, we thank you.
Absolutely. And also, please consider when it comes to podcasting, it does cost money, and we do appreciate it. We run on you guys. And for the fine folks in the GeoSnippits Reboot podcast universe that provide money either through Patreon or PayPal, that's what keeps the show going. And all we can say is thank you for the folks that are doing that. All you have to do is go to our GeoSnippets websites and click on either PayPal or the Patreon, learn all the things that you can do. And if you can afford throwing us a couple of bucks each month, we would greatly appreciate it. And all the information is there. Thank you very much. All right, moving on. All right. We have the GeoSnippits Geocaching Cash Stash. Let me explain what that is. We have some of the best companies in the geocaching world, and quite frankly, they want you to come to their store and buy a whole bunch of stuff. Do I have to know? Do I want to know?
No. Go ahead.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm making myself laugh.
I'm not going to bother. Anyways, they want you to come and buy all their stuff. And for you guys to know what kind of stuff that they have, they send us these little care packages of geocaching love. And we get to open them up and go, wow, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. And then we turn them into prizes and give them away each week on the show. So for last week, which was episode 168, Wife Amy, what was the prize for that question?
It was from cash-events.com. It's a goodie bag of Right in the Rain logbooks.
Yeah.
Vehicle travel bug.
Right.
That was mine. And Signal the Frog earrings.
Yeah, we got all sorts of good stuff in here. And the earrings are trackable. And I already have it in the letter. The envelope I'm going to send it to instead of putting it in the plastic bag I couldn't get my hands on. It is a goodie bag from cash-advance.com. And thank you, Lisa, for all the goodies that you give to us each and every year. It's fantastic. We do appreciate it.
You know Static J's wife is pregnant, right?
Yes, I heard.
Okay.
He mentioned it a week or two back.
Okay.
Yes. Congrats. You're never going to sleep again. Just saying.
No.
Anywho, what was the question?
The question was, though it feels a lot closer, how far away is the sun from the Earth?
Yeah, especially up here in the Northern Hemisphere.
Mm-hmm. The answer is 92.96 million miles or 149.6 million kilometers.
Very, very good. Now, somebody actually said something today that made complete total sense, and I did not think about it until they said it. And basically, the question was, why are this...
Your shirt's rubbing up against the mic.
Oh, sorry. Why are the Summer Games being held in Rio right now where it's winter?
Oh, see?
I'm just saying, never would have thought.
So technically there, it's the Winter Games.
Yeah, there's something. Somebody said that, and I went, wow. So good question. Good question. So anyways, what we do is I have here a random number generator, and Wife Amy has her magic geocoin. And the number goes between 1 and the total number of correct answers that were sent into us for question 168. I also have here all the actual emails that were sent into us. So say, for example, the random number that came in was 4. It is not 4. And Wife Amy flipped heads. I would count down 4 from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. And whoever that was would be the winner for the episode. If she did tails, we would count 1, 2, 3, 4 from the bottom up, and that would be the winner. It kind of has a little bit of randomness that goes into this. So what we did with this, I've got the number here. Our Wife Amy, are we doing heads down or tails up?
Tails.
Oh, always. Because that just means I got to go all the way to the bottom. All right. Let's see. if, and we got to check our charts here just to make sure that this is correct. If not, we'll pick somebody else. Check the other sheet if you would, my love. And we will make sure. Looks solid to me. All right, the winner of the Cash Dash Advance goodie bag is Bill Mosley. Bill Mosley, aka French Harp. Congratulations. Llano, Texas. So we got your address, Bill. Thank you so much. And we will get the prizes out this week. I've got a couple of things that have to go out for that. And I'll get this on here for you, hon. So you'll be all set. So congratulations to Bill for the winner of that. Excellent stuff. Now you might be saying to yourself, well, wait a minute. That seemed awful easy. I mean, come on. I want to get into this. I want to win cool prizes. How do I do it? Well, it's very simple. To be eligible to win a prize from the Cash Dash, all you have to do is, one, send in your answers. You can't win it if you don't play. All correct answers for this week's show, which is episode 169, must be in by 12 noon. This is next Wednesday, August 10th, 2016. I'm going to get this in on the bottom third here, and that way you can see it. There we go. So again, August 10th is the time limit. You got to get them in by then. Email to gsreboot@gmail.com. That's gsreboot@gmail.com. Subject line Q1 for question 1, episode 169 for this show. Subject Q1, episode 169. All correct answers will be put in a drawing. Some weeks for the people in the live chat room, like just recently, we'll have a second prize that we give away right then, right there. Sorry, folks, not tonight. But we do try to do it at least once a month. And we will come up with something special for somebody this month as well. That it gives a little incentive for the folks to come in and see the show live. So that'll be, again, sometime this month for a live prize. All right, wife Amy, why don't we go over the prize for episode 169, which is tonight.
All right. It's from coinsandpins.com. It is a poker chip geocoin and bronze holder.
People love this. This is an actual poker chip geocoin. They do use them in the poker tournaments. With this, you can even engrave it if you'd like. Coins and Pins does do engraving. And also, these are so cool. These are coin holders. This is a single coin holder. It's bronze, kind of like a dark black than bronze, but it's definitely a dark bronze. So it's a coin holder. You could use it for your geocoin.
Like this.
Yeah. So as you can see, you can nicely put your geocoin and let it rest. This is great for a little display and to go in. So this one has more of a shield kind of rounded front to it. Very cool design on the front. And again, poker chip geocoin. Very, very nice. And both those prizes go to the person who gets the drawing for next week for episode 169. Wife Amy, what is the question?
The question is, according to geocaching.com, how many dedicated volunteers give their time and talent to support the worldwide geocaching community?
This is actually on the website, so it's a place for you to look it up.
How many dedicated volunteers give their time and talent to support the worldwide geocaching community?
Look it up, and good luck to everybody for next week's show. Very, very good. All right, good stuff. I think it's time to move it on. All right, well, we hope you enjoyed the show. This was kind of unique. I don't remember talking about the forums quite like this, so this was kind of fun for that. Hope you got some good golden nuggets and give you some extra places to go check out even more information about our favorite sport. All right, let us know what you think about tonight's show. And second, please, if you can, consider becoming a patron and becoming a contributing factor to the GeoSnippits Reboot podcast universe. Finally, tell other geocachers about our show so they can come in and join in the fun with us that everybody does so much each and every week. We greatly appreciate you guys coming by. We love having you, and it's always so cool to have an extended family to come and spend some time with because we love it. All right, wife Amy, if you would be ever so kind to just finish us up.
I want to thank our sponsors, gxproxy.com and coinsandpins.com, plus our amazing patrons.
Mhm.
Thanks to Andy Headhardhat Smith, and thanks to everyone watching in our chat room. Please keep those comments coming in, and we'll see y'all next time.
Yep, we're running low on feedback. Please send that in for us for wife Amy, because nobody likes a sad Amy. So get your feedback, comments, and milestones into us so we can have stuff to talk to about on the show. We greatly appreciate it. And of course, we want to thank the Queen and the First Lady of Geocaching, wife Amy, for everything that she does. She's giving me a look like, what? She is such a wonderful person, and you guys know it. And we couldn't do it without her. So special thanks to wife Amy for everything she does each and every week. All right, folks, that's about it. We had a really good time. Hope you did too. Time to wrap her up. As we like saying in the GeoSnippits studios, see you out on the trails, folks. Bye-bye. Please be sure to join us each and every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for another episode of the GeoSnippits Reboot podcast, right here on the GeoSnippits website at www.geosnippits.com. A video version of our show is available on YouTube, and the audio version is available on iTunes, Stitcher, Blueberry, the Tech Podcast Network, Google Play, and many of your favorite podcatchers. We love hearing from our viewers and listeners, so please leave your feedback by emailing us at gsreboot@gmail.com. Visit us through our social media sites, or contact us via our voicemail line at 919-341-9519, or use our website Send Voicemail tab. GeoSnippits Reboot is a Headhardhat production and is produced by Amy and Andy Smith. This show is copyright 2016 by Andrew T. Smith. All rights reserved. And clear. All right, good show. Thank you, folks, for stopping on by. We really do appreciate it. Had a good time. Please keep sending in those show hints or show suggestions that we love getting. That helps us so easier for us, because we know it's something that you guys want us to talk about. And we've been doing this for how many years now? So sometimes it's not as easy to just say, okay, what are we going to talk about this week? It's great to get.
I do have an idea.
Good. Well, good. I love that.
I know.
Please send your ideas in too, because we love it and we appreciate it, and it really does make it easier for us to come up with the shows when we know it's something you want to talk about. So excellent stuff, and we'll talk about our stuff later. So have a good one, folks. Have a safe one, and we'll see you fine folks next week on the GeoSnippits Reboot podcast. Have a great one. Have a safe one. See you then. Bye-bye, folks.